Hey guys, welcome back to Battle Ready Gaming. So we got another battle report for you. Once again, using my clones here, but got a little bit different of a build for you. Throw in some Wookiees as well as a newly painted Yoda there. So the list is Yoda with Force Barrier, Force Push, Force Reflexes, and Vigilance. Trying to keep him alive as long as possible until we're ready to just move in. And of course, we got to bring him with Chewbacca. So we've got Prepared Supplies, Tenacity, and Protector. So just keeping, Chewie alive as well as long as possible until they're both ready. Basically, just charge in and start, messing some people up in melee. We've also got the Wookiee Warriors here with the Battle Shield, recon intel to help get them in there into melee a little bit quicker. We got Tenacity and Offensive Push as well. Kind of like the a big phrase that I've heard them used a lot is like the Distraction Carnifex in 40k, where they're super scary, but they're also just an absolute pain to kill. And they're a huge point sink for your opponent to put into, while the rest of your stuff does its thing. So whether you're capturing objectives or your main leaders here are moving in undeterred. So we'll see how the Wookiee Warriors pan out this time around. We've got our Phase 1s here for our main troops. We got Clone Medics on all three squads. Again, just trying to keep the powerhouse pieces alive until we're able to get into melee. We got the Z6 on two of our squads here, which will help pair nicely with our Bark. So we got that surge to hit with the fire support. And then just one with a DC 15, just as something else to kind of round out our build strategy there. And then, of course, the Bark Speeder. And we threw on the Rocket Launcher once again. Just a big fan of that one, just because it's a double rainbow with the Impact 2. Just because sometimes taking out armor at range can be a little difficult for a lot of these armies if you can't get a lightsaber in against them. So I always just feel way more comfortable bringing the rocket launcher, but I do see the argument for the twin laser instead, just to help pump out lots of raw damage against basic troops. So you can really mow down some basic squads really fast with a Bark and a Z6 fire support. And if you're curious of where we're playing at, we are playing at Garner's Games in Denison, Texas here. Great store, lots of product to choose from. Fantastic selection of Legion. So lots of Legion product to choose from. Everything is MSRP, so no jacked up prices here to worry about. More product to choose from as well. Pretty much if they make it, they try to keep it on hand. Always putting in orders, keeping everything stocked for all of us awesome Legion players. All right, next up we got Nick's list here. He is running Rogue One, so a very thematic list for us. So go ahead and give us this walkthrough of what you got.
Yeah, no problem. First off, for my commanders, I got Cassian and Jyn. Cassian's got Hunter and the Sniper. He's just going to be sitting back and trying to pick off units. Jyn's got situational awareness, vigilance, and her configuration as well. And I'm hoping with quick thinking, I can just kind of keep dodge tokens on her with vigilance, and situational awareness will be able to just dodge crits all day with her. The last game I played with her, she was really tanky, so I'm hoping that's going to be the case again. But I don't know, if she gets into close combat with Wookiees, I don't think that's going to last too long. K2, he's got Jyn's blaster because I figured I'd give him a range weapon, and it's not super expensive. He's just going to be playing a support role. Rebel Commandos with the Sniper, Rebel Pathfinders with POW and Offensive Push, and a second unit of Rebel Pathfinders with Bistan on Offensive Push. This is kind of like the Rogue One thematic unit. I really like these guys. Danger Sense, the last game I played with them, Danger Sense really came through and made them pretty hard to take off the table. So, and that Infiltrate is really good. Almost half my army has Infiltrate. I think actually half my army does have Infiltrate. So that's pretty useful in almost every single scenario that we're running, especially since we're doing like regular cards. We don't have any of the special cards yet. I'm also running a T-47 Airspeeder with Wedge and a Power Harpoon for air support. I wanted something in the list that kind of represented the air support on Scarif, and the Airspeeder is perfect for that. It's not necessarily an X-Wing, but it gets the job done. The Mark II naked to go along with the Rebel veterans who have the CM and an extra Rebel veteran. I just maxed out on the veterans because for my 3 core units, I got the Mark II, the veterans, and the troopers, and I figured if I'm going to max out on one of the units, it's going to be the veterans because they're just better in my opinion. And then I just got Rebel troopers with an extra trooper just to stay around a little bit longer. And hopefully my core units can just kind of sit in the back and hold an objective if I have one in my deployment zone anywhere or close to it, and the rest of the guys are just going to push forward and infiltrate.
All right, and this is where we settle at for our cards. Lots of vetoing on conditions there. Went all the way to clear conditions for both of us. Going with intercept the transmissions because I really want him to move closer to me. And he's good with battle lines. And with my melee army, we'll see if he regrets that or not. Because he's got the range for Long March, but he didn't want that limited visibility. So I guess pick your poison there. So intercept the transmission with battle lines. All right, this is a very classic Legion game for us today. All right, we are all set up here on our side of the board. We got our objectives. We got one there. We got the one right here and there. We got one squad of clones down here to hold this whole objective by them lonesome, assuming Wedge doesn't just wipe them off the board. We've got our melee guys here. Everything is going to be light cover except for the AT-AT head and the big rocks over here. Everything else is light cover. And he just... a big old mound of troops right here. So these 2 points are going to be definitely the hardest to take over for sure. We got our troops back here. Kept one Z6 next to the bark. Hopefully we can get some fire support going. And he's also got some sneaky guys right around here with Jin hiding behind that blocking line of sight terrain. So we'll go ahead and get this going. All right, so we went with Luminous Beings. He went with Standing Order. So just giving the Pathfinders their sneaky little token there. And then we've got all of our stuff down here except for the bark. And the phase 1's down here have an order token. And Yoda has all of his free tokens that he gets from Luminous Beings. So we'll go ahead and activate first with our 3-pip. Feels pretty good. And get this going.
We need a roller box.
Right. All right, so we moved up these guys right here. Both squads. He just activated his Pathfinders there. Dodge, standby. But we are going to go ahead and shoot into his emplacement guy there. See how we do. We got the Z6 here. No fire support. But hopefully we get to lay down some stuff. Not too bad there. I think we'll go ahead and, let's see. The light cover will eat one. We'll go ahead and spend one of Yoda's surges here on this one to make that a hit. And I think we'll keep everything else as is. So you lose 1 to light cover. So you get 4 saves. On those white dice, let's see what happens. All right, does take 2, but still on the board. All right, Jen's moved up. She's got that critical thinking. Hopefully she's ready for these Wookiees to come hit her. Chewbacca did decide to jump up a little bit. He's going to take a pot shot into that emplacement shooter as well here. So we got critical 1, impact 1, and pierce 1. All right, and surging to hit on these. So that is 4 hits right in there. So you've got cover and cover 2 because you got suppression. So you got 2 saves to make. We got pierce 1. All right, and we managed to clear him off the board before he could go. That feels pretty good. I'm definitely okay with that.
So we're only getting cover.
All right, so shooting into our phase 1s here with that. What's that? The strike team?
Yeah, because he's gone with anything else, right? Except the Wookiees.
The Wookiees, the bark, and the other phase 1s. Go. 1, spin the aim. Ooh, nice.
Take 1 for cover.
Take 1 for cover.
1 and then 1 and then pierce.
Pierce. So we'll lose one of these guys here. All right. All right. Bark moved up, compulsory, and moved a second time. He's going to go ahead and activate Biston here with his standby to shoot at, I imagine, the bark.
Yep. Shoot the bark. I'm playing a lot of dice here.
All right.
So I got Impact 1 and Ion.
Oh no.
And I got an aim and surge to hit.
Cool. So pretty good. We do have cover here, so no rerolls. So the 2 regular hits get cleared. We got the cover from the spike and the speeder cover. So we got 2 saves to make on our speeder. We got red defense dice. We block 1, but we take 1.
Well, lucky for
All right, so ion on that. We lost our shot, so we only got our 1 action there. That's very unfortunate. Speeder's going next, though. Moved up, going to camp on that objective there. Take a shot into our phase 1s here before they go. So at least they're in cover. See what happens. Yeah, that's pretty solid, though.
They have surge to crit now, by the way.
Gotcha. So lose 1 to cover, then. And saving 4 here. See if we can do it. Lose 2. I mean, I'll take that. That's not the worst. Not the worst. All right, so Wookiees are finally going here. Moving up, we do have to flip the battle shield if we want to make it into melee. We'll see how this goes. So he's popping in some standbys here. These guys moved up and standbyed. Well, they don't surge to hit at least because they're just rebels.
Just 2 hits.
So just 2 there. We'll go ahead and dodge. I mean, spend it while you got it, right? We'll dodge 1 of those. Actually, you know what? We'll dodge both. We'll dodge both. Yep.
So suppression on the Wookiees?
Yep. And then I'm guessing you're popping the other standby, right? From these guys?
I'm going to pop the other standby on the other Pathfinders here.
We'll get some.
You guys are going to shoot POW.
We'll get a little bit of cover at least. We'll cover 1 unless you got sharpshooter.
They do not have sharpshooter. They have the surge to hit. Okay, so now this is yeah. So now I think I use the red. So I'm going to use the pistol config. And hopefully get more hits than if I were to use the white dice.
All right, we'll find out.
No surge to hit.
That is a hefty amount of hits there. So -1 for our little, or -2 because we got suppression and you're shooting through the hill. So clear 2, still saving 4. We're out of dodges to spend here. They are white defense dice on these guys. We got a surge that we can spend from Yoda. Oops, missing 1. We'll spin the surge, but we'll still losing a Wookiee there. Ouch.
Okay, that's all I wanted. That's good enough.
All right, so we are moving up there. We're going to go ahead and pop our, what is it? The offensive push to give ourselves another aim. So we got ourselves an aim, and then our 2 aims from Yoda here. So we've got our 4 black dice and 2 red from the battle shield, and a 1 extra from tenacity. And we're going to go into the rebel, the troopers there. So yeah, the Pathfinders. We're gonna leave Jin alone for now, just because Jin's kind of close to Yoda, so maybe Yoda could get in next turn. We'll see. It's pretty good there. And surge to hit. So we'll spend aim to reroll the black here. That's another one, and we'll spend another aim to pierce.
So I'll dodge 1.
So dodge 1 with that dodge, and it's still 5 saves there. We'll pierce 1. And that's the squad, right?
No.
Or Pal's got. Yeah, Pal's got.
Or actually, Pal takes both and the leader.
Right. So the leader's left on 1 there. I'll take that. That's pretty solid, I would say. All right, veterans moved up. Decided to shoot into the bark here. Only got cover 1 this time.
Crit.
Ooh. They surged to hit too.
Veterans.
I thought. Yeah. So -1 for cover. Yep.
5 hits.
5. So they surge on hits and defense.
Yep.
It's pretty good.
Yeah, that's why we're gonna max out a unit. Max out veterans. They're gonna do one more.
All right, so we got 5 saves here. This could definitely finish off our Bart. Let me check range on that Yoda there.
Well, I mean, if you have Vader behind
Oh yeah, so we got at least a surge that we can use here. if it matters. Oh, it does matter a little bit there. We'll spin that surge. So block 3 still taking 2, which will break us. Is a white right for breaking? Red. A blank. But yeah, cannot reverse. That's like the best thing you could ever hope for on a bark. All right, last activation here. We got Cassian finally going here. He's going to try to finish off his bark. We got 2 wounds left on it. Cassian's got a lot of stuff, though. A lot of mods here, so 1 hit is not going to get you there, though. You're going to fish for crits, spin an aim.
So I can use this aim to upgrade to crits.
Power pack.
And the Falcon's like the kind of
Got 2 aims there. He's got marksman.
stuff that pop out of everything.
I'll use 1 aim to upgrade this to
It'll be
hits.
plastic this round. Well, I mean, I say that this.
No, I'll upgrade this to a
If you're
crit.
going to
Okay.
press or attempt to take down a
And then fish for...
No matter
And,
what,
yeah.
I have to roll a natural crit.
yeah, natural crit will get you another one. That is a natural crit there. So that's pretty solid. All right.
Failure save, please.
All right, so we got to make one of these guys right here. We don't get surge or anything like that. Oh man, just barely.
Cassian, baby. MVP.
All right, going into round 2 here. Reveal them cards. What are 1 pip? Size matters not. And you've got Rebellious. So gains charge, which she's already based. Once per round, when an enemy unit at range 1 to 2 and in line of sight of Jyn Erso activates before it performs its rally step, can gain a suppression token to either perform an attack against that unit or perform a free move action. It's pretty good in this situation. And of course, we got size matters not, jump 1, charge, disengage, and speed 3. And during his activation, Yoda can perform any of his movement or free actions or up to 2 times. So we'll see what happens here. All right, here we go. Blocks, he gets it. Oh, he's going first. Super clutch. That was a very clutch roll right there. All right, Jyn going first here. Going to try to lay into these Wookiees before they can go. Surge to crit.
Should we roll this one with aim?
All right, so there's 3 there. You got any pierce on your melee?
No, she is suppressive.
Suppressive. All right. So what we got? Oh, we're immune to pierce anyway. Make sure we're not missing anything. I don't think so. Don't even surge to do nothing. We within range. I did forget last time that Yoda had force barrier. Could have barriered one of their hits when they were moving in. That's really bad. But no, looks like a straight roll here. You could take out a Wookiee. Yep. So that's another Wookiee down. All right, and more suppression. At least we're indomitable.
And we did it twice.
Yeah. All right. So going ahead and move in speed 3 here with Yoda. We're going to attack into Jyn. We get our free dodge here from Ataru Mastery for Reds. We did spend the force reflexes to get an extra dodge here. We got 2.
I will dodge them both. Keep a dodge with nimble.
All right, keep one with nimble there. We can move or swing again here because we get 2 attack actions with the Taru. So we'll go ahead and swing. Or I kind of feel like I want to go in against that other guy now before he can go. Yeah, we got charge and disengage, so we can just jump. Yeah, I think that's definitely the play here. So we're going to jump onto this side. I'm actually going to switch targets here and go into that last lone guy there.
So now I think Jyn is controlling the objective.
It's range 1.
Oh, it just has to be within range.
Yeah, it's not touching. I get another dodge token. Where are we? There we go. So I get another dodge token because we're attacking again. All right.
Oh, good. He's got pierce.
Yeah, he's got pierce, so that will take that guy down. And I could force push somebody if I wanted to. But I don't know if that's even necessary. Yeah, and these guys aren't in range. There's force pushes. Yeah, range 1. And I kind of like enjoy being in melee here. So I don't want to get shot at, even with all my dodge tokens. So we'll go ahead and just leave it here, I think. All right, so these guys moved up, dodged, got a used their medic to get a guy back, but then Wedge just wheeled around here and then shot him, lost 2 again. Over here, our guys kept their suppression and just decided to move up into cover there a little bit. But Cassian still got to that line of sight, so he's going to go ahead and take a shot into our guys that are taking a lot of fire so far.
Switch to and then I'll just double crate with my 2 aims because I have Hunter.
Okay, use that Hunter. So, and then Pierce 1. So we'll see if we can save anything here. Nope. So losing 2 more. All right, and another suppression. We're down to the heavy and the unit leader. All right, so that squad did finally get finished off there between all of his troops over there firing into him. But, oh no, Jin using her ability here going into the Wookiees. This is a melee, so no cover. All right, and you do get a wound on him. Another suppression. And now we rally. We are Wookiee, so Indomitable. Take off 1.
They are.
Yep. All right, and they are Courage 2, so they are suppressed. So we're just going to go ahead and put everything there into Jin while we're standing there. So we've got the Battle Shield for 2 reds, and our leader for 2 blacks, and another red for Tenacity. So let's see if this does anything there. Got no other mods. We are surging to hit. 4 hits though into Jin. So we'll dodge 1 with her nimble there. So still 3. And wow, block 2. So only take 1. Ouch, not the best. Oh, we do pierce 1, so you'll take 2. All right, into the round here. Our troopers are within range 1, so we got 1 point here. He did move in a couple units. We moved up Chewie, so we are actually tied on this. Yeah, the balancing act. So actually contesting the middle one, and he has this one down here because he cleared off my troopers. We only got the 1 within range, and he's got 2 units there within range. So going into round 3 here, we'll see how it goes. Also, we vigilance to keep our dodge tokens on our guys. All right, here we go. Cards, command cards. I got size matters sometimes. And you got trust goes both ways. So gains inspire 2. And when Jyn Erso issues an order to another friendly trooper unit, that unit gains teamwork with Jyn Erso. So that just allows them to share tokens. And we got size matter sometimes. So Chewie can pick up and carry Yoda, and also gains deflect and can spend Yoda's dodge tokens and rolls red defense dice when using Guardian. So pretty good there. We are within range 1. Yoda does have a dodge from that vigilance. So I think it was a pretty good round with him being out in the open like that. Could take a lot of fire. So we'll see how this goes. All right, K2SO going first there, just getting some dodge and standbying. So critical, what is that? The quick thinking? No, not quick thinking. Yeah, and then sharing tokens around. They're sharing tokens. So pretty nasty combo with her, that sharing tokens. So Yoda's gonna go now, see if we can do some major damage to this Jyn or not. So that's pretty solid there. So double dodge, you'll get 1 of your dodges back. We got 2 here, pierce 2, so that's 2 damage into her. So it's taking 2. We'll go ahead and attack again. We do get a dodge token for that as well, because Ataru Mastery. That's pretty good. So you'll dodge 1.
Dodge 2 or dodge 1.
Dodge 1. So rolling 3 this time. Got to get blocks on all 3. Does not. So taking 2 more. Down to 1 health on that Jyn. And for our, let's see if we're gonna do anything else here. That's just the first action. All right, so our last Wookiee here going in did manage to get 2 crits and a hit. Had to spend the aim to get a second or a third one because she's got outmaneuver, so she can dodge crits. So no pierce here. So dodging 2's got to roll the natural evade to keep Jyn. All right, into the round here. Did manage to finish off those clones there. Biston's going to make a break for it since there's no opposition over there, all by his lonesome. Jin's down to 1, trying to finish her off just to get her out of here. Chewie and Yoda, though, holding it down. Yoda did get punched in the face with a crit there, so that was pretty successful. And these guys, half of his army holding down this point, while these poor clones just get shot to pieces. So going into round 3 here, right? No, this should be round 4. Yeah, so this is a scoring round. So there is no try versus your Pip there. Last stand. So when Cassian and/or issues an order to a commander or operative, that unit gains Indomitable and gains 1 aim, 1 dodge, or 1 suppression token for each wound token that unit has, up to 3. And we got There Is No Try, which gives us Outmaneuver and Relentless, as well as Yoda gets a 1. And then we're going to give our other token over here to this guy, see if he can finally finish off Jin or not. And we also get Luminous Beings back into our stack, which isn't like amazing or anything like that, but it does hand out a ton of orders. So we'll see how this goes. Also with Vigilance and kept our dodge tokens from last round as well. So go ahead and roll off, see who's going. Yeah. So blocks, you go first. Let's see if you get it for a 3rd time here. This is pretty crazy. Of course you do. Oh my goodness.
Double dodge though.
All right, so Chewie finished off this squad here. Biston still making a run for it. Wedge moved around here though, standbying Yoda's turn. He's going to get shot here. See what happens. All right, so we'll definitely dodge one of those. Actually, yeah, we'll dodge them both because he's going to go next. And then we'll turn on our deflect. Yeah, bounce 1 back at you and block them both. So, and yeah, so he's going. So, no, he doesn't. And then he's going to move in here and Relentless against. Yeah, he does. I only have so many hands here, though. All right, and then so yeah, he's going to swing into Jin. Surging to hit. That's pretty good there. So 4 hits into Jin. You gonna dodge them all? All right. So we'll swing again then for our second action. There we go. We have Relentless this round because there is no try. So you're gonna dodge 1. It's not gonna matter though. So you got 3 there. Pierce 2. You need all of them here. Oh my goodness. What are the chances? This is absurd. Jin, just die. Just die.
No.
All right, so Cassian just still murdering this poor squad over here. They're basically useless at this point. We did kill Jin there with the pierce off of Yoda. This guy is going now. He has moved twice. Relentless now because he got the There Is No Try from Yoda. So he's going to take a pot shot into Biston. See if we can clear him off that point before he scores or not. Super close. I got 1 hit. Can he save it yet again? Can he save it yet again? Yes! Of course he can. Of course he can. What is going on with these rolls? White dice never look so good. All right, another round here. He did get that point because we could not quite get in range 1. Actually, we'll double check that, but I'm pretty sure I'm not. Nope. So you got 1 there, you got 1 there, and I got that one. So 3-2, right? Because it's round 1, we each got 1 and contested. So yeah, 3-2 here. So going into cards here, we have 1 lone trooper over here, just like taking all this fire. So I'm going with Luminous Beings again here. You went with the Pip 1. So Cassian gains Gunslinger and 1 aim token. At the end of his activation, he may gain 1 suppression, and if he gains 1 standby. So it's pretty good. And yeah, Luminous Beings, that just gives us tons of tokens, tons of token sharing, and tons of activations, everything, all the good stuff. All right, so Biston went up on the hill, did shoot into our Wookiee here, got 3 hits. We used 2 of Yoda's dodges, and then he took the 3rd one. Did not block it, of course, because my white dice are white dice. But charging, double move here, see if we get anything. All right, so that's 3. Can you block all 3 yet again?
Man with the magic white dice. Nope.
No, finally. Almost, though. Almost. Oh, finally. All right.
Good job, Biston. Sad Ugnaught noises.
All right, into the round here. So these guys have killed each other off. Speeder moved in, tried to shoot at... oh, he still has a dodge token. Tried to shoot Yoda. Yoda just deflected it all back at his face. So he's up to 3 damage just from deflect alone. Chewie's down here in melee. His tenacity is definitely online. He's taking a little bit more damage than I wanted to. Took 4 in one go. And these guys definitely just holding down the point here. Cassian still in the back. Just hiding and sniping. And this poor guy finally bit the dust. Not a scoring round, though. So final round here. It could definitely go either way, possibly. I don't know. I think you've got it either way, though. Unless I do an absurd amount of damage. All right, so final cards here. We're going with Ambush to get our 1 activation here. We got Sacrifice from Cassian and K2SO. K2SO gains Guardian 4. At the end of K2SO's activation, you may choose another friendly commander or operative unit at range 1 and in line of sight of K2SO. If you do defeat K2SO, and enemy units cannot perform ranged attacks against the chosen unit until the end of this round. Thankfully, my guys really like to melee.
Well, it's
All right, so this is where we're at here. So Yoda ended up force pulling those guys out of melee with Chewie, and then force waving them down, so going to take that point for himself. And then Chewie ran in and charged, killed the sniper there, and then contested K2SO. But then Cassian just booked it barely at the very end here and got within range. So man's going to take this one, beat me. What is it? 5-4?
4.
Yep, 5-4. So
I didn't even get to do an airspeed.
literally this point down here, like, literally was actually a huge factor of this round, I think.
Can I try shooting Yoda?
Sure, yeah, go for it. Final activation of the game here.
I'll aim shoot Yoda?
Aim shoot Yoda. See what happens.
Ooh. Alright, that's fine. I'll take that. 6 hits.
All right, so we'll dodge. Get our deflect online.
Uh-oh. He deflects that speed.
How much health does he have?
He has 4 left.
4 left. You know what? I'm only gonna dodge 1 of those to increase the chances
That you kill it?
that I can. Yeah, so 5 saves here. So surging. Let's see what happens. Because the game, I've already lost. So if Yoda dies, it's not a big deal.
If he dies, we'll just be crashing.
Yeah. All right, here we go. All right, surge 1.
You blocked them all.
Yeah, blocked all of them though. So Yoda's an absolute monster. Took 1 damage there. Chewie also did a great job there, and I think honestly, I think that the big factor here in this game was your activation count was insane over mine. Yeah. So like, even with all my stuff down here, like you just completely out actioned me.
Passed once, but like.
Yeah.
I don't know. I was having like 2 or 3 above you basically from the get-go.
Yeah. So great game though.
Yeah, that was super fun.
So really came down to the wire here. I mean, I don't know if there was anything else I could have done. I think I needed.
You needed 1 more activation.
Yeah, it maybe if this guy had survived and didn't die, maybe it could have. But
Cassian's not gonna allow that.
yeah, Cassian and his
If there's
infinite
one model on the
range.
board and
Yeah.
it's out there, he's gonna hit it.
Yeah, I don't know. Oh, I guess we could have scaled, right? We could have scaled down and hid. Oh well. Yeah, Cassian and his infinite range definitely took care of that 1 Wookiee. That would have been a huge game changer. But overall, great game.